What's up, world? It's your boy Dez. Got another episode of Wanna Talk About It. I got just meeting myself tonight. The crew, I believe they are working on the individual projects. Um, I think I seen a post from Happy Hungry Munchies himself earlier. Teddy Grahams. One of them cheesecake cones. Check them out on YouTube. No. My bad. On damn TikTok and Instagram, Happy Hungry Munchies. Also, the Barefooted Collector. You could also, I have to get with him to see when he's gonna be opening back up to start selling the cones again. Um, what else? Like I said, it's your boy Dez. Your boy YA space BOI space DEZ. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Spotify, Amazon. What is it? Audible. We also got the TikTok, which is Karmic Dez 85, and the Instagram, which is Karmic Dez 85. There's also the Want to Talk About It group. It's also on Facebook, so if you want to jump in the combo there, it's open to everyone. It's a public group, so anyone can jump in the conversation. I ran a poll the other day in the group based off of the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl is February 12th at 5:30 Eastern Time. It's going to be between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. One of the things that is suspect that we've come across on the pod here, really coming from Mike, is that the sports entertainment industry is rigged or scripted. There are, I say, I don't believe you can rig the whole league. You can influence them. I believe that. Um, but as far as scripting the whole league, that's very, very tough to do. If not damn near impossible. There's so many moving parts, right? What does they say? The simplest explanation sometimes is, or most of the time, is the easiest explanation, or the easiest explanation is sometimes the simplest explanation. And that explanation has just too many parts. Nonetheless, I did ask the group which team did they believe was scripted to win. Not which team do you think is going to win or which team is the better team. What team do they think was scripted to win? Right now, I believe the poll is sitting at the Kansas City Chiefs being scripted to win. So we'll see how that plays out. Uh, what else? I've also got the I want to talk about it Instagram page. There's going to be live videos there. Really not going to do a lot of discussions on that page unless it's under like the video uh, that we record for that night or that day or whatever. Also, the Lawn Warrior web Facebook page with the season getting back up and running around again or up and cycle again. Definitely will be getting the videos there and communicating and getting content there. Let's see. So I am gonna go. We are. Well, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into tonight's episode. It's a current events episode. Uh, got a few topics that I wanted to touch on. I did just touch on the Super Bowl. Um, who are our halftime guests for the Super Bowl? I believe Usher was one or Post Malone. Let me double check that real quick for those who are going to be watching the Super Bowl. I may watch it. I'm not sure at this time. I mean, I might get caught at home. Yeah, I'm gonna have my baby. I'm gonna have my daughter. So yeah, I'll be home to watch it. And let's see here. This 2024 Super Bowl halftime show. We've got Usher performance. So I was right. It's Usher. And let's see if there's anybody else. It just says Usher right now. Okay. I found a different link. So we're definitely gonna. I could have swore I heard something about Post Malone too. But yeah, like I said, we are double checking here. I believe Usher has already done one though. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna rock it. Yeah, he did. He did the yeah. But what did if I recall, he did yeah for one of his halftime show. Let's see. Usher will be bringing special guests to Vegas. Let's see who these special guests are. Says he's not naming names. This is an article I'm reading from about 3 days ago. Says Reba McEntire will sing the national anthem. So we'll see how that goes. And Post Malone will be singing America the Beautiful. So that's what I was hearing about Post Malone. Being Lift Every Voice will be sung by Andra Day. She's initially known for her 2016 Grammy nominated hit Rise Up. So, what's some of the acts we have there for the Super Bowl? And Gwen Stefani will perform at the tailgate party. So, we'll see how it all plays out. I'm not really into all the spectacle. There should be some good commercials. Well, hopefully, there usually are a few good commercials that I get a good laugh at. So there's that. My team that I'm going for, my team is Dallas. For all y'all that listen to the podcast, so my team is gonna be at home, either watching or avoiding the Super Bowl altogether. But if I had to pick, probably gonna stick with NFC, even though San Fran's like our rival or whatnot. I still would like the NFC to beat out the AFC. My brother's an AFC guy, Houston Texans, which is weird because I'm like the whole family is NFC. How you come out to be AFC? So yeah, NFC, looking for that win. And a few days after that, we're gonna be going into Valentine's Day. So fellas, you're not gonna have anything. Well, I mean, you're gonna have basketball. You're gonna have basketball. I will give you that, but make sure you spend some time with your lady on Valentine's Day. It's the 14th, I believe. That's a Tuesday. I myself don't have any. I'm not in a relationship, but I may plan something for someone. You never know. I'm not really a big holiday person either, so it's kind of you know. Yeah, to be quite honest, I had a few bad Valentine's days there while I was married. Just you plan things and they just never come through. I remember the last one. I remember I'd spent like 2 months just thinking and planning this night. It was gonna be movies, gonna be dinner, like the whole night. Come home, candlelight dinner, whatnot. And I remember the night of my my ex fiance, she did have to work, so I understand there. And I told her I had to make a few runs. I told her to get dressed or whatnot, or if she wanted to go. I asked her if she wanted to go out, and she didn't want to go out and get nothing to eat. And I was like, well, I'd already planned whatever, so I was planning to go ahead and just stop at somewhere nice, kind of change plans on the go, and kept trying to hint at like a movie or whatnot, and nothing. It was just all dodge, and I just want to go home, do it. So I just completely changed my whole night. Just threw my whole night off. I went ahead and got me a sack, smoked, and called it a night. Yeah, that was the last Valentine's I tried to spend or tried to do something for someone. So uh, I do have the romance or the romantic bone in me. It's just you gotta be the right person. Uh, and as far as holidays goes, I hate to be like a Debbie Downer or whatnot, party pooper. If I recall, Valentine's Day was Saint Valentine ordered the deaths of some people. Let me double check that here. So I'm not going live right now. I can actually pull up my phone and go on Google to double check my information. And most of the holidays here in America, anyway, are capitalist holidays, and so they're created in order to boost the market value or boost sales. And I'm not particularly fond of that myself. Let's see here. It says the 8th century Galatian sacramentary recorded the celebration of the feast of Saint Valentine on February 14th, and the day became associated with romantic love in the 14th and 15th centuries. Hmm. So Valentine's Day was based off of a feast, and it is a pagan holiday. So for those who are very, I want to say very, for those who are Christian, again, you don't want to, celebrate the holiday per se. Let's see. Since the holiday only dates back to the 14th century, the Bible doesn't even have any specific messages about the day. So I guess make the day whatever however you see fit. Let's see. Next topic. So we got we're gonna jump into some entertainment here. So I did see, I think it was like a week or two ago, last week sometime, that John Boyega would be cast in the prequel to the Book of Eli. And personally, I love the Book of Eli. I watched it hella, hella many times. Denzel Washington, Gary Oldman. I can't remember the chick in there. I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember the chick in the movie. But I do know Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman played the hell out of their characters. And I remember when I got the DVD, yes, the DVD, the special features that came with it had like a prequel comic or graphic novel. Not I wouldn't say graphic novel because it was on DVD. Whatever you want to call that though. So it had that as part of the special features, and it kind of let you see how the main character, Denzel Washington character, Eli, became to be who you see in the movie. So I guess now we're going to be getting that in the form of film, which I'm totally fine with. Yes, all right. Now, for those who don't know what Book of Eli is, who haven't seen Book of Eli, again, stars Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman, and the book is about, or sorry, the movie is about a guy who's been essentially commissioned to take the last of this specific book across the country. Thing about it is he didn't know what his destination was, so he literally been walking around, back and forth across the country for years until he finally got a sign as to what he's supposed to do and where he's supposed to go. And that's where Gary Oldman comes in. He finds out what this book is, and he figures he could use this book for its power to rearrange things, so to speak, and reset things, but to rebuild. So it became a struggle between those two over this book, this power. Great movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Next up, we've got let's see, Benzino. Don't know if any of you out there, you big hip hop fans, or for those who are big hip hop fans, and you have any type of historical knowledge of hip hop. Benzino has reignited the beef with Eminem. I listened to the song and it is scathing. There are some valid points made. Some of the things he said, Eminem, he's heard M's not outside like that. I'm like, yeah, M's almost 50. I don't, I wouldn't expect it to be outside, like, in the streets, but as far as maybe, find looking for other artists or doing things in the city, which I know he does things in the city. You can pull this information up. Um, and I can't really, I don't know what Benzino is getting at in regards to that, but you know, it made for good chatter. Um, his thing is that the beef is stemming from the fact that Eminem has gotten so much respect by disrespecting the creators of the art form he uses to or he's used to make his money, his fame, his name. So I'm guessing he's re-released or he released back in the day some of M's early work in which he was referring to black people, particularly black women, in a horrible light. And Eminem has addressed this and apologized and has explained his side of the story. Now, I'm not saying, it absolves him or he's in the clear, so to speak. But I am saying that it is music, it is art, and it's kind of hard to hear that. So at the end of the day, there are things that, there are people, certain artists and certain music I don't like, so I don't listen to it. If I could get him to stop, I would. And I understand there are people out there that feel that way about Eminem. I particularly don't feel that way. Uh, the reason being is because it's very simple. If we're going to, and I hate that Benzino used this argument, that he, he he talked down on us, particularly our black women. My thing is, don't we already do that in hip hop already? Kind of like the whole black on black crime thing, or even a better analogy. And I had been thinking about this analogy all week. That's like saying I can pick and I can pick and call my brother names, but you can't. Like, to me, it doesn't make any sense, right? So if we're gonna sit here and call our women bitches and hoes and say they use us for money and they're gold diggers and whatnot, really, what is the difference in him and him doing it from his life experience? It's not like he read a book about it or he was taught his experience. That was something he actually went through. So, that's just where I stand on it. And then, the other part of it is like, I get it. We're in the year of truth. And I do feel that, Benzino just hopped on the train, so to speak. Because like I said, it's a reigniting beef. He even said it in his own interview. Eminem killed him today. Now he's coming back to kill him. I get it. You know, yeah, I guess some beefs never die. You just don't like some people. Well, speaking of not liking some people, y'all know I have hate. I think I for one ball player right now. It's because he's a good ball player. But LeBron James, I think I did talk about it a little bit last time that LeBron James inked a partnership deal with DraftKings. I didn't really go into specifics of it. Um, but there are some I'm looking into it more today, so I could elaborate. Now, he signed a deal with DraftKings and part of the deal is for him to put out weekly football picks. I didn't see how long the deal would run for, but he will. He did also make an Instagram. Oh no, was it Instagram or Twitter or X? And he made an X announcement that he'd be making weekly picks for DraftKings to kind of promote what they have going on there. Like I said or I touched on last time. Sports figures gambling on sports is it's a slippery slope. I'm not even gonna say it's we're creeping there. That's a slippery slope. Now LeBron, granted, he's older. He's almost out the game. Um, but hey, again, it's like setting precedent. He did also ink another deal with I forget the company's name, but it's a card company. I believe they do one shots. It's something that I believe when I looked at it, it was something that would help his son as well. So it's kind of like a joint venture with those two. Um, let's see here. Now some other my brother did want to talk about the 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 high scoring individuals who are still losing. And he said Mike would never allow that. Now I agree with him. Mike, if Mike scores 65 points and lost, it's gonna be some discussions to be had, probably a fight. It's not gonna be cool. And yeah, I'm not really watching. I don't really watch the NBA like that anymore. I really haven't watched it since Mike left. But I do kind of keep up here and there. I know Joel Embiid had a 71 point game the other day and lost. Now that's crazy. I would be so frustrated. Like, what are we doing here? How do I score 71 points and we lose? Now I don't know if it's I haven't seen the games. I could tell if it's ball hogging or what. But Kobe would score you know you know outrageous amount of points and they'd win too. So there's that. But that is the sports talk with D East the Beast. I'll get him on and we'll elaborate more on the league and probably some football talk too. But when I get him on next time, let's see. Where we at here? Look at my notes. I'm looking at my notes. We got some more entertainment stuff. Yeah, we do. The icing on the cake right here. Killer Mike at the Grammys had almost a clean sweep of the hip hop category. He won for, let's see here, I'm pulling it up now. It's the 66th annual Grammys, and he got an award for best rap album. He got an award for best rap song, and he got an award for, okay, best rap album was for Michael. Best rap song was for Scientists and Engineers. And the third one was for, trying to pull it up now. Let me pull up one of these articles here. I'm looking. There we go. Best rap album. Okay, he got best rap song and best rap performance for Scientists and Engineers, and then best rap album for Michael, which was his sixth studio album that came out in June of last year. So he had a great night up until apparently he was detained by the police in regards to a physical altercation that happened earlier, and he was questioned, and I did see a quote from him earlier. Let's see if I can find it here again. But it was something to the effect that all the facts are going to come out and he's going to have his name cleared. So, yeah, you know, some people are speculating as to what this is. Maybe this may be in regards to the fact that he won 3 Grammys at the age of 48. Dominating mainstream, I guess you would say, hip hop, uh, and the message that is trying to be implanted. Let's see here. Let's see. Looks like a quote here. He was saying, "Man, ain't nobody talking about all that mess. I walked on with 3 Grammys. I took beautiful pictures, man. I got the job done, and it was a beautiful time." Seemed like he was in good spirits. I swept an entire category yesterday. That's what I got to say about it. He told the outlet. And this is a quote from uh, an article by Carolyn Thayer, published was February 5th at 5:46 p.m. titled "Killer Mike Speaks Out After Grammy's Arrest." There's a quote in the head in the title stating overzealous security. It says at the Grammy Awards, the rapper was arrested for a misdemeanor battery charge. So yeah, we definitely hope that's. We're not gonna hope that's gonna get cleared up. This is Killer Mike we talking about. He said it's a mess. It's gonna be some mess. So, but I want to congratulate Michael Renda, aka Killer Mike. Been doing this for a very, very long time. Congratulations on your award, sir. I also heard that Jay-Z had an award and gave a great speech. I haven't had a chance to listen to the speech yet. I got a taste of it earlier. I'm still trying to get it all in and process it. So once I process that speech and finding out what we can glean from that, and then I'll definitely be speaking on it. But again, like I said, Michael Render, Killer Mike at 48 showed that you can dominate. I don't necessarily say dominate. Show that you can still display how much you are hip hop, how much, you know, hip hop, what hip hop is to you, even at the age of 48. You know, I know Andre 3000 said, he feels like, he's too old, like he's got nothing to say. And that's just where he's at. And I respect it. Killer Mike, you know, he apparently has a lot to say. And I was telling cats at work, Eminem, told us when he dropped the Kamikaze. I think he got nominated, or I think he won a Grammy for that too. Old guy in a young guy's game, they say. Well, guess not. So, moving on, we're going to get into some security issues, some state and federal things here. Yeah, I wanted to touch on these things because it's good to know what's going on in your world. I figure I'm gonna start getting into politics more, particularly local politics, because it affects me more immediately than federal or state politics at this point. But with that being said, there is an issue of border security going on. I touched on it last episode with Joe Biden suing the state of Texas. Apparently, yesterday the border security bill, uh, a border security bill had been passed, and the pundits that have read the bill have found major issue with it. The issue that they're running into, it seems that the bill is stating that essentially all uh, petitions for review for those who are found to be here or to be deported or to be detained or whatnot, all those issues would be now in the jurisdiction of Washington D.C. in order to hear those cases. Like even me reading that, I was like, why would you flood D.C. like that? I heard, or I didn't say I heard. I was listening to uh, what is it called? A press conference in which it was stated that the Biden administration is wanting to allow 5,000 illegal immigrants a day. That's the illegal immigrants. So now let's see, 1/5 of that, 1,000 immigrants wants to plea. And that's just from one border access or one border station, right? I'm not even sure how many border stations there are along the American border, but I know there's more than one. So I don't know if there's going to be a plan to fight the bill or to repeal the bill or to amend the bill or what at this point. Uh, but the things I'm hearing and looking into and seeing and reading, it doesn't make sense. You know, the Biden administration is, from what I can tell, is saying, "Hey, we want to help you secure your border, but you've got to get everybody, you got to get everything obstructing your border away from the border, so that we can get to the border to help you secure the border." And I'm just like, whoa. So you want us to clear the border, yeah, so you can come to the border, yeah, to help us guard the wide open border, yeah. Makes no sense to me. You guys, that's the logic that I'm on. It makes no sense to me. Uh, Moving on from that, another, I guess you would say, security issue. This is gonna more affect your appetite. Apparently, there's a beef shortage. My brother was telling me about it the other day that maybe we should get some cows and try to get some beef going to sell locally. And I'm just like, nah. I feel like the fix is in. You know, I feel like these companies, if anything, knew that there's a beef shortage coming, or planted the beef shortage. Now let's see here. I pulled up an article here from February of 2023 stating that the meat industry forecast for 2023 predicts a significant decrease in the supply of beef, leading to higher prices for everyone. Ooh, that damn supply and demand. So if we're looking at a shortage, then we're definitely looking at higher prices, right? And let's see here. And it's crazy. I believe I talked about it on this podcast that eventually they're going to start pricing you out of real meat, and this is right up that alley. A beef shortage. So I'm looking at an article here. No, that's from 2020. I'm sorry, y'all. No, but it says 4 days ago. All right, let me see. There may be an amendment. Let me pull it up here. All right, it is a longer article. I can't see the date readily. Let me find another one. All right, beef shortage 2024. All right. Man, let's see. That's crazy. I saw a few articles about it yesterday, and now I can't find anything here. I think I found something. All right, this is from Bloomberg right here. It says the U.S. cattle herd shrinks to 73-year low in blow for beef lovers. It says price of beef has risen as drought-stricken cow herds dwindle. Hmm. And I can't see the rest of the article because there's this pop-up here. But that right there, the drought. You know, there have been more wildfires. You know, look at Hawaii. You know, me and Mike talk about it, all the time. These wildfires can't be too wild. It seems like it happened every year on schedule. which is crazy, right? So, and we know that they are burning food plants. So you burn food plants, you cause wildfires. These drought-resistant cows, even though they're drought-resistant, they can't find anything to eat because it's all burnt up. So you have a shorter supply of real beef, so you charge more. And everybody else gets imitation or vegan beef. And that's the whole game. That's the whole game plan. Beef, meat is going to be a luxury for the rich. Like the Matrix. It's going to have slop. It's going to taste like chicken. Because most everything with, the protein structure of chicken tastes like chicken. So that is what's going on in your world, people. In our world, in my world. And not particularly happy with all of it. But what can you do? Got to roll with the punches. Got to keep on moving. I would like to thank y'all for joining me. Again, it's your boy Dez. On the Want to talk about it podcast. Uh, you can join us on Facebook. Probably continue this conversation on the Facebook. I will definitely continue the conversation in the chat. If you are interested in getting the chat going, just let me know in the group or on the comments here, and we'll definitely get you a part of it. I will be speaking with Hook as well about getting a Discord going, so we have more conversation there. Until then, you guys know the deal. Work well, be safe, dominate your day.
Hey y'all, this is Kim from Serenity's Kiss. Y'all know me from the Wanna Talk About It podcast. I just wanted to let y'all know that I do have something ready for this weather. I know fall isn't quite here yet, but you still got those mosquitoes just kind of festering. Come to my shop at Serenity's Kiss. That's on Etsy. I have a Serenity's Kiss fragrance for you all. Citronella lemongrass. It's going to keep the mosquitoes away and it smells really nice. Again, this is Kim with Serenity's Kiss. Y'all know me from Let's Talk About It podcast. Sorry about that. Want to Talk About It podcast. Find us on Spotify. I am right here. If you have any questions, just let us know in the comments. It's good to talk to ya. Goodbye.